And yes, we are.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world can change your heart. They can change your mind. They can change your life. Can change your world.
What's going on, Lester? All right, my beautiful people, thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, founder of New Black Wall Street. And tonight we're going through our New Black Wall Street, actually our Boss Vest edition, where we're actually investing in the entrepreneur and the entrepreneur, helping you to start your business this year, or if you're already in business, to help you to expand your products or services. Because I know that you have a concept that you want to bring to the earth. And so what we're going through is how to turn your business idea from dream to reality. And we're actually going through the book, The Execution Pipeline. You can find this book on my website, www.ergj.net. I'll put that in the comments below, www.ergj.net. Now, make you aware of a couple things. Today's episodes are actually brought to you by Wesley Learns About Credit. This is I actually have an exclusive distribution deal for our community to get this book out. This is the first time ever a fictional children's book offering a kid-friendly peek into the world of credit. We just got this book in today, and we only got 3 copies left. So if you want to get this book, then you need to make it happen quickly because we're going to be sold out probably by tomorrow. This book is $20. If you are interested in this book, adding it to your library, adding it to your kids' life, because here's the deal, guys. At some point, we have to decide if we're going to allow our children to learn early what we learn late. And many of you guys are still trying to fix your credit, trying to learn about credit yourself. Well, don't let your children be in the same position that you are. Go ahead and allow them to learn about this stuff at an early age. So you can get this book. You can give us a call. Actually, the best place is to actually inbox us your email address and your zip code and get ready for your invoice. And let us know how many books you want, and we get it out to you tomorrow. We already got 7 books going out today or tomorrow. Yours could be next. We only got 3 copies left. So I think I only got 3 copies left. Matter of fact, I might only have 1 copy left. I don't know. Somebody else ordered 2 books, but he hadn't paid yet. So I need to get in touch with him and make sure he pays. Anyway, Wesley Learns About Credit. Go ahead and get your book. Get it ordered today. I think I got 1 copy left. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we got a couple things that are coming up for you that I want to make you aware. Oh, it is a Black author. The author's name is Prince Dykes. He is a financial investor. He has an SEC license. He runs a Royal Financial Investment Group. All right, so things I'm going to make you aware of. Go ahead and hit that share button, that like button, let people know that we're here today. Want to make you aware of tomorrow we're doing our class on the power of equity funding. So if you are a business and you are not aware of this alternative form of investing or actually raising capital, you want to be at that class tomorrow. I'm going to run through this real quick because you guys know what you want to take advantage of and what you don't. We also have coming up on Wednesday, we have our class on your introduction to commercial shipping. If you are a home-based business and you want to learn how you can save money on your shipping, well, you want to be at that class on Wednesday. And then also on Wednesday, we have our March Madness. This is going to be our Dow 30 class or session where we get together as investors and we go through the top 30 companies in the world, and most 30 most significant companies in the world, companies that we're going to be going over this Wednesday. This is geared towards the beginning investor. So if you've never invested before, this is where you want to be. We're going to go over Pfizer, Chevron, Travelers, General Electric, Walmart, and ExxonMobil. That's what we're going to be going over on Wednesday. If you are a beginning investor, there is no excuse for you at this point to say, hey, I just don't know. Well, no, you just don't show. You can know if you show. So it's up to you to show. We're going to provide the opportunity for you, but you got to show up and get that opportunity, get the knowledge that you need so you can learn how to make your money work for you. But hey, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on those announcements because we got to get right into tonight. So last time we met, I think it was on Friday, and we talked about differentiating your brand. The book we're going through again is The Execution Pipeline. We're talking about differentiating your brand. Now, I had a lot of people that were stumped because they couldn't really determine with whatever it is that you're looking to do, your concept, your idea, this business venture that you're looking to do. The number one question that you wanted you to answer last time we met is what makes your business special? What makes it different? And I didn't get a lot of response. So tonight we're coming back again. Hopefully you took your notes. Now, let me just make you guys aware of who this is your first time coming here. This is empowerment time. This is education station. So you need, if you're really talking about getting something from tonight, you need to make sure you have your notes, because you're going to learn today. Okay. So what we're going through is your step-by-step guide on how to turn your dream idea to reality. In other words, let me give you a quick recap on some of the things that we've discussed thus far. We have talked about developing your focused concept, measuring the value of your concept, creating a long-term vision, shaping a short-term mission, crafting a strategy for your mission. For your concept, penetrating the market, defining your success, and now we are into the chapter differentiating your brand. Now, as we talked about on Friday, last time we met, I had a couple things that we discussed. Number one, which was step number 52, you wanted to break the rules. In other words, you want to think outside the box. You wanted to have your own niche, your own thing that was different, right? And so the question was, with that chapter, or what rules were you breaking? And then we talked about highlighting your concept's innovation. And this is the question that people got stumped. What makes you so special? And what we learned is that when you get into business, you are going to be the small fish in a big pond. And so in order for you to capture market share, you have to figure out what's going to make you different than all of the big sharks and all of the big whales that's already in the market. So what's going to make what you do different? What makes you so special? Because if you try and do what they are already doing, then you're not going to last long, okay? Because they are already doing it better than you. So what's going to cause a potential customer to come to you versus where they've always been going? What makes you so special? What's up, Miss Wanda? How are you? So hopefully you got your notes, and probably you learned last time that you need them, because we didn't get much response last time, but hopefully this day you guys taken some notes. You got some time over the weekend to think about what makes your business different. What's going to make it stand out? What's going to help you to capture market share, right? What's going to help you to be successful? What stands out about what you are about to do? All right. You guys ready? If you guys are ready, put in the comments below #execution. #execution. We're talking about the execution pipeline. We're going down a pipeline from beginning to end of your, or beginning and to the from the beginning to the beginning, actually, because we're starting with the concept and we're getting to the beginning of your business. So we're talking about execution. All right. So here we go. All right. So step number 54. All right. Step number 54, form your effective brand. Form your effective brand. So think about the number of decisions you've made in your life, both good and bad, that have been emotionally driven. Sadness, anger, joy, exuberance, humor, offense, greed, hunger, desire, passion, and other emotions influence each of us to make decisions that can sometimes lead to less than desirable outcomes. I cannot tell you the number of people I've sat down with who have made decisions based on their emotions, only to come back later and feel an alternate emotion of regret, disappointment, or hurt. Now, if you're watching us on another page, maybe you're in a group, maybe you're watching from the personal page, you want to come on over to ERGJ Enterprises where you can actually interact with us, because I know you probably are typing some stuff and you're wondering what's going on. I can only see it if you're on my business page. All right, so Fractal is a full-service digital marketing agency that specializes in content marketing and social media. The Harvard Business Review, Forbes, Fast Company, and many other reputable sources have featured them in their research on the emotions that make marketing campaigns go viral. The emotions that make marketing campaigns go viral, they found emotions play an important role in marketing and brand strategy. In fact, they listed the top 10 and bottom 10 emotions that companies can leverage for success. So I want you to think about this, because we're talking about how you can leverage the emotions of others for your business success in your marketing and your branding strategy. Now, I do want to let you guys know that in the beginning of April, we're going to have a new Black Wall Street business marketing class. So this is very important, because many of you don't understand marketing and sales, and that is the heartbeat of your business. If you don't know how to market, you don't know how to sell, you're not going to be in business very long, right? You could have an okay product, but if you have great marketing and sales, you'll do very well. You can have the best product, but if you lack in marketing and sales, you're going to do very poorly. So we're going to have a marketing class for you guys to understand what's already been happening to you. These marketing companies have played on your emotions for way too long, getting you to buy stuff when you didn't even know you felt like buying it. But they got you to feel a certain way and got you to make decisions based off your emotions. Well, what you're going to learn is that you too can do the same thing. You can get people to make decisions based off their emotions. All right, so here's the top 10 positive emotions. All right, might want to write this down. I'm not going to repeat it too many times. Amusement, interest, surprise, happiness, delight, pleasure, joy, hope, affection, excitement. Now, as you think about these 10 emotions, can you remember in the time in your life where you made a decision based off of one of these emotions that you felt? A buying decision. Let me say that again. You made a buying decision off of one of these emotions that you felt. Maybe you went to the car lot and you felt some excitement about getting a new car, and you made a decision based off the excitement of getting a new car. Maybe you were, your birthday or something, and you had to decide where you wanted to go eat. I don't know. But you made a buying decision feeling one of these top 10 emotions: joy, hope, affection, happiness. All right? So we're talking about buying decisions that are made based on emotion. Feeling good, feeling giddy. People like to spend when they feel good, right? That's why when people get paid on Friday, they broke by Sunday, because they feel good when they get money in their pocket. People go and spend money when they feel good. Let's just keep it real. Let's just know what's going on here. All right? So now we want to talk about the bottom 10 emotions, right? So we talked about the top 10, now the bottom 10. Anger, politeness, frustration, doubt, embarrassment, despair, hurt, guilt, contempt, shame. Now, it says the bottom 10 emotions. Well, if you, in your brand, if you elicit these bottom 10 emotions, then your odds of success will be very low. Because the bottom 10 is basically saying this is when people really don't buy. This is when they don't make a decision. They don't make a decision when they're angry. They don't make a decision when they're frustrated. They don't make a decision when there's doubt. They don't make a decision when they are embarrassed or they feel embarrassed. They don't make a decision out of despair. They don't make a buying decision when they're hurt. They don't make a buying decision when they feel guilty. They don't make a buying decision when they feel contempt. They don't make a buying decision when they feel shame. So here's the question. What emotion do you want to convey with your concept, with your idea, with your venture? What emotion do you plan to elicit in others in your branding or in your marketing of your concept? We're talking about branding, your business. What emotion do you want to elicit in others through your branding or through your marketing or through your salesmanship of your product, of your concept, of your idea? I'll wait. And another question might be, what emotion are you eliciting now? Maybe you don't even know how people feel when you market to them, or when you pitch them, or when you're approaching someone. Maybe you don't know how you make other people feel. Is it possible that you would like to make them feel happy, but yet you make them feel shamed? Is it possible that you like to give them some hope, but yet, unbeknownst to you, you bring doubt and despair? possible that you have your intentions say one thing, but your execution says another. So that begs another question. How do you make people feel in your approach, your sales approach? Do they walk away smiling? Do they walk away feeling good? Do they walk away from an interaction with you or with your brand feeling better? Ask yourself, do I give the top 10 emotions or the bottom 10 emotions in my interaction with people as it relates to my concept? How does your business concept, your venture, make other people feel? I think once you understand this, and Wanda says this, happiness, hope, pleasure, and excitement. I think once you understand this, it's hard, it's bad to say this, but you have to learn how to play on people's emotions. I want you to put that in the comments below. I know it's difficult to say, but it is true. You must learn how to play on other people's emotions. Because if you don't make them feel good, they probably won't buy. Play on other people's emotions. Make them feel the top 10 emotions, and you'll have a much greater odds for success. Make them feel the bottom 10 emotions, and your odds of success go down. This is all about your branding, your marketing of your product, service, concept, idea, venture to the public. Play on other people's emotions. Woo! Now, if you convey guilt, contempt, or shame, your odds of success are low. However, amusement, interest, or surprise will likely generate customer interest. Think long and hard about the type of emotion you want to convey as you think about your brand identity. And the question of this chapter is this, or this step: what emotion do you want your brand to convey? What emotion do you want your brand to convey? So if Kai, if you're saying that you want people to feel, get excited about an interaction with you and your brand, right? Now you got to ask yourself, how do you do that? How do you convey excitement in your branding, in your marketing? If you're saying you want people to feel happy, you want to give them hope, you want them to feel pleasure and be excited about an interaction with you, how do you convey that in your branding or in your marketing? That's fine, Kai. I know you don't like the term, but that's what marketing is. You're trying to elicit some type of emotion. So if you can meet their needs and they feel whatever, excited about you meeting their needs, that's fine too. It's a term. It's not a end all be all. But what we're saying is this: everywhere that you go, your emotions are being played upon. Every marketing strategy, anything that you have pretty much bought in your life, there's been a marketing strategy that's been played upon you. There's a reason why you see a million McDonald's commercials. There's a reason why you see a fat, juicy burger, right, that never looks like it does when you get the burger, right? It's a reason why you see these things and all these commercials, all these billions of dollars that are being spent to get you to spend your money. So regardless of how you think about it and how you feel about those terms, let's just keep it real. The reality is that they play on our emotions, right? And sometimes we play on our own emotions, right? Like, I know that I should not go to the grocery store on an empty stomach. That's me playing on my own emotions of hunger, right? And greed and gluttony, right? I know that, so I make sure I don't do it anymore. So sometimes we play on our own emotions. But these commercials, that continue to be put in front of our face, this propaganda machine that's in front of us day in and day out on the YouTube, on the Facebook now, all the ads that you see, all of them are trying to play on your emotions to try to get you to make a buying decision based on how you feel. So, however you want to say it for your own, to make you feel good about how it is that you approach people. Obviously, Sakai said you're in a need-based business. You want to make people feel the need for your product or service. Wanda is in a need-based business. She wants to make people feel the need. Because if people don't feel like they need what you offer, why would they get it? They have to feel that they need your product or service. And I would say this. They have to feel that they need you. Because it's really not about the product or service that you offer. Let's just keep it real. It's not really nothing new under the sun. It's a million people that's probably selling the same thing that you're selling. So it's got to be your branding has got to include you. Right? People do business with people that they know, they like, and they trust. Write that in the comments below. People do business with people that they know, they like, and they trust. And Kai, you're in insurance. Wanda, you're in I don't know if you're Legal Shield, something like that. Probably lawyers. Man, still in the business of knowing, liking, and trusting. Right? You guys are both in those businesses. Latia, what business are you in? Probably something very similar. It has to do with knowing, liking, and trusting. But to get through that barrier of know, like, and trust, to open up that doorway where you're able to have a build rapport, to break that barrier, because most people are skeptical at the beginning, you have to provide something that's going to break that wall. That something could be honesty. That something could be a smile. That something could be whatever it is for you that's going to break the wall of skepticism down in the beginning so that you can build some rapport to have an open and honest conversation towards the end. So what's in your branding that allows you to get past the wall? What is in your marketing that allows you to get past the wall? Would you guys agree that most people walk around with the wall up? Most people know that everybody is trying to sell them something, no matter where they go. If you walk out the house, somebody's trying to sell you something. So everybody pretty much walks around with the wall up. So what in your marketing branding strategy do you have in place to break down walls? Now, I'll tell you mine, guys, and it's not nothing too extreme, or it doesn't have to be nothing big. Mine is just keeping it real. People do business with me because I'm probably the most realest brother they know. So you know what I mean? They say, hey man, at least I know who he is. They know me, and I'm not changing. Some people don't like me. Those are people I don't do business with, but there are a lot of people that like me just because I keep it real. That's part of my branding. That's part of my business. They know I'm gonna keep it real. They know I'm gonna say what's on my mind. Right? Now that may not work for everybody. That doesn't work for everybody's situation. So, yeah, I'm independent. I can pretty much get away with it. Maybe you can't. But like I said, it could be honesty. It could be a smile. It could be, how can I help you? Right? How can I help you? That is one of the biggest ways to get through the door. How can I help you? Right? All right, so we talked about what emotion. This is something for your notes. You really need to think about this. It's a two-part question. What emotion do you want your brand to convey? But I really want you to think about this. What emotion is your brand conveying? Because there could be a switch for you tonight. When you do an honest assessment of how you make people feel, you may switch tonight and say, you know what? When I really look at how people react to how I approach them, how people react to my speech or my spiel or my pitch, they don't seem to be taking it very well. So that has something to do with me and the emotion that I elicit in others. So if I'm taking my notes tonight and I see, hey, I might be in this position where I'm eliciting these bottom 10 emotions, well, I want to switch a few things. I want to make it oh so subtle where I can start to elicit the top 10 emotions and therefore increase my conversion rate. How do you make people feel? All right, number 55. Form your unique brand. And we'll stop here after this. Form your unique brand. So don't confuse your product or services distinguishing value proposition with your brand's distinguishing value proposition. For Tom's Shoes, the product offering is shoes, but the distinguishing brand proposition is charity. Blake McCoskey buy a shoe, give a shoe model has drastically influenced the world of social enterprise initiatives. Now Tom's dominates the charity shoe market. Since the burgeoning of Tom's, numerous other brands have begun similar work in various industries. Tom's exploded from its original simple canvas shoe to a brand that now includes sunglasses, coffee, boots, and fashion accessories. Everything follows the buy one, give one model that has revolutionized the way people do business and interact with brands. The millennials and Gen Yers support profits with a purpose. Companies that express a deliberate cause for what they do. Everybody put in the comments below, profits with a purpose. That is an interesting statement, because as I think about our community and I think about the businesses that come into our community and profit off of us, I wonder what purpose they are using for those profits, because oftentimes I don't see them purposing that money back into our community. Profits with a purpose. Everybody put that in the comments below. Profits with a purpose. So as you think about the profits that you're going to make from what it is that you do, when you are successful, what's going to be the purpose behind the money that you make? Profits with a purpose. And I have found that the companies who do not get this, that do not understand this new generation of people who understand that there's a purpose behind this whole thing called profitability, that they're finding themselves becoming more and more extinct, more and more less used, because we don't see a benefit from them in our communities if they're doing nothing for our community. See, this is what they consider to be awake or conscious or awake, right? We are starting to see which companies use their profits to benefit our community and which companies do not. Profits with a purpose. So companies that evolve with the modern transitional world will thrive with these new generations. As you think about the unique value proposition your brand can bring to your target market, consider who your market is, what they value, and whether you can draw zealots from them. In other words, you can draw cheerleaders from them, a support group. So 3 questions there. Who is your market for whatever it is that you're looking to do? Who is your market? Number 2, write this stuff down in your notes, guys. What do they value? See, it's going to be different if you were targeting like senior citizens versus you were targeting children. See, I target children, but who is your target market? And then, okay, well, now I know who I'm targeting. What do they value? See, the children, they value entertainment. They value learning something new. And that is what I employ when I do my classes. I want to make sure they have a good time and they learn something new. As a matter of fact, I've learned that they want to learn whatever the adults don't know. And that makes them feel good when they know that I learned something that my mama or my daddy don't even know. So my question to you, who is your target market? If you don't know that, you really need to be doing some value, some studying tonight. Who's your target market? It can't be everybody. Who are you targeting? And then number 2, what does your target market value? And then number 3, can you draw some support from your target market? See, Wanda doesn't know this, but Wanda has been one of my biggest supporters, I would say, over the past 2 months. And she actually just bought she was the first person to buy a Black business bundle. And so Wanda doesn't know this, but it was going to be a surprise, but I'm going to let her know in advance. There are a couple of extras in her package because she has been such a strong supporter. Just put it that way. She'll find out when she opens it. But there's a couple of extras in that box because she has been one of my strongest supporters. So from your target market, are you able to draw some strong support? You're going to need it. You are going to need it. Believe me. You guys got that? All right. Now, to create your support group, you have to engage your audience and attempt to infiltrate their lifestyle. As you attempt to solve a problem for them, put that in the comments below. Solve a problem for them, not for you. See, your problem typically is going to be, I need some more money, right? I got to go make a sale so I can make some more money. But if you're focusing on your problem, that means you're not focusing on the problem of your prospect. So your focus should be your attempt to solve their problem. And Kai said it. What can I do? How can I help you? What problem do you have? And do I have a solution to your problem? Solve a problem for them. Associate your brand with this problem-solving action. In today's climate, if you operate for money alone, you'll lose an entire generation of young people who will one day possess wealth and decision-making power. Many of today's youth, in fact, already influence entire markets. Social media and the internet allow young people to spread product reviews faster and wider than ever. Now, the average everyday consumer possesses the power to determine whether a brand succeeds or fails. Consider the type of brand value you want to evoke and begin deliberating how to shape a corporate culture that evokes that value. So here's your question as it relates to this step here. What is your brand's unique contribution to the marketplace? What is your brand's unique contribution to the marketplace? Now, this goes back to the original question of this section, differentiating your brand. What makes your brand different? What makes you do different? What's going to make you stand out from the crowd? How are you going to capture market share? Because you are different. Not the same, but different. This seems to be a very difficult question for people to answer. What makes your brand different? Woo! Well, we're going to stop right there tonight, guys. And again, this is why you need your notes, because it may be some things that you need to take away, and you need to say, you know what, let me take some time to just really get into what I'm doing. And let me kind of answer these questions for myself. It's not for me. I'm trying to just give you the encouragement, the motivation to push past whatever mental blockage you have. But it's up to you to take the time after our time and really get into your notes and really unravel what's really inside of you so that you can be your very best self, so you can have the very best launch of your venture, so you can have great success. And I found that most of people's problems, the biggest problem that most people have is themselves. They stand in their own way of greatness. So what we're doing, although we're going through a step-by-step guide, as you might move into these challenging areas, that's going to be a question for you. Am I going to push past the challenge, or am I going to fall back and say, you know what, enough is enough? How bad do you want this concept? How bad do you want success? How bad do you want this thing to be fruitful in your life and in the lives of others? How bad do you really want it? Are you ready? Are you willing to take the notes? Are you willing to spend a little extra time getting the answers? Are you willing to do what it takes? What's necessary for you to have great success? Well, guys, that's our time today. What I'd like for you to do, though, is before we go ahead and let us know, what did you learn today? What is your takeaway from our time tonight? Because this is what it's all about. It's all about depositing into you, the entrepreneur or the entrepreneur, as you look to it to grow your business, to start your business, or expand your business. And this is my way of giving back to my community some things that have helped me see success in my business. So I want to make sure that you have success as well. There's some things that we took away from tonight. Profits with a purpose. Oh, that is so powerful, right? To have a purpose for every dollar that you make and redistribute it right back within your community to help your community. But right now, let's know what it is that you've taken away. Because here's the deal, guys. If you didn't learn anything, why should I come back tomorrow? I might as well switch to another book. Might as well move on to something else. But if you've learned something tonight, there's been a deposit in your life because of the time that you spent with us tonight, let us know that in the comments. And I know I talk a little bit faster than you type. So while you are typing, I'll go ahead and roll my credits. Again, today's episode has been brought to you by Wesley Learns About Credit. Now, this is an exclusive distribution deal that I have with the author, a Black author, to bring this book to the urban community. And so this is the very first fictional children's book that offers a kid-friendly peek into the world of credit. Many of us didn't learn about credit until we got to college and got that credit card. And we didn't learn about that until after we owed somebody. Well, we want to make sure that our children know about credit at an early age. Teach them early what we learned late so that we can keep them from falling into the same pitfalls that we fell into, that our parents fell into, that our grandparents fell into. The buck has to stop somewhere. And I'm encouraging you to put this book in your library, in your children's library. Because here's the deal, guys. It says that poor people have a big TV, but rich people have a big library. And I got a question for you. Is your library big? Well, guys, I don't see anybody typing. I don't know whether I'm just talking too fast or not. But anyway, we got a couple offers coming up as well. We do have the Power Equity Investing class tomorrow. We do have also the Introduction to Commercial Shipping on Wednesday. And we also have the Dow 30 investment session. That's our March Madness bracketology, where we're going through the 30 most significant stocks in America. And you go to www.ergj.net to sign up for any of those offerings. And I hope to see you in class tomorrow. So we do have Wanda who says this. Great session this evening, as always. I learned this evening to play on people's emotions. And people don't buy from people. People don't buy from people they don't trust or like. Yes, you want to get in good graces with your target market. You also want to learn what they value. What does your target market value? That is very important. Once you learn what they value, you'll know what to and what not to do to stay in their good graces, right? To stay in their good graces. Well, guys, just remember this, man, as we close out, man, it takes a village and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. You guys have a wonderful night.